Hello, people. I know that it's not Monday, so I'm making a Misty Talks Sunday, and I'll probably make another one tomorrow. But I wanted to come to you real quick from a open house that I'm doing today and just touch base with you, kind of behind the scenes of what realtors do beyond just opening doors, as some people like to say. So we sit open houses to pick up potential leads for buyers. But we also sit open houses to let the public see the house for our clients. I'm sitting this open house for another agent for their client because they have multiple houses on the market, and obviously they can't sit but one house at a time. So my purpose of sitting on this house is to potentially pick up buyers. But 9 times out of 10, a buyer that comes in already has a agent that they're using. So when that happens, I introduce myself and I politely ask them if they're using an agent. And if they say they are, then I let them look at the house and we chit chat, and that's all I do. I'm not going to step on someone else's toes. We all work very hard for the business that we have built and the clients that we obtain. We build friendships, we build lifelong friendships and families, and my clients and my friends and my family, I want to be their realtor for life. And I want them to be loyal to me if they go to an open house. So I will treat their clients when they come to one the same way. In my 8 years, I have only had 2 clients come to an open house that I've done, and I've sold them another house. I've never sold a house that I've actually sat on. It does happen. It just doesn't happen very often. We call it like a purple unicorn. So I just kind of wanted to touch base on open houses. We do them for the client as a marketing tool, and we do them to potentially pick up buyers, because it just takes one, but they're not as helpful as I think people think. But my first year as a realtor, what it did for me was it helped build my confidence talking to people. Believe it or not, I struggle talking to people about things that I don't know or don't understand. And coming into real estate was nothing that I knew. I came from the background of working in a elementary school kitchen. I was a lunch lady for 7 years, and I loved it. So this was foreign to me. So doing open houses my first year, I did one almost every Sunday. I did them on Saturdays. I did them some Fridays. I've done Tuesdays. I've done anything you can think of. I've done them on. So open houses are very important. I have never had issues at an open house with people wanting to sign in. Everybody's been fairly nice. Sometimes people will not put their real names or their real emails or phone numbers, and that's okay. I don't harass people. That's not the salesperson I am. Other realtors and other salespeople may be that way. I'm not a salesperson, if that makes any sense. I'm not a car salesperson, or what people like to say car salespeople are. I don't believe car salespeople are that way either. So I just kind of wanted to touch base on what open houses for me behind the scenes are and why I do them. I don't do as many now that I've been in it 8 years as I used to. I will do them for clients as they ask. They're not as popular as they once were. I know pre-COVID they were extremely popular. Then COVID came and nobody wanted anyone in their house, so they just kind of came to a halt. And now they're starting to pick back up again, but the traffic is not being driven to open houses. So I've sat on a few in the last couple of months, and most of them are zero people. I sat on one last weekend at a very good price point, below 200,000, and I got zero people. So this one is $389 in Edmond, Oklahoma, and I'm hoping we get some people. You know, even if I don't pick up anything, I'm hoping for the homeowners of this house that we get some traction on it. But you know, it is what it is. It's just a couple hours out of my day on a Sunday. But I just kind of wanted to explain how open houses work for me. But there is a lot of behind the scenes getting ready for an open house. You have to put out the signs and make the flyers and market it and drive up and put the signs out. And this one is about 30 to 35 minutes from my house. So it's not around the corner. But you know, that is just another thing that we as realtors do for our clients. That's part of our what we make our money for. So when people complain about paying realtors so much money, in the scheme of things, this is part of our business and what we do. So I hope that people understand there are a lot of behind the scenes and things that people don't see that we do. Just like any other business and any other thing that you pay for, you get what you pay for. So just remember that when you're, you know, hiring a realtor. Ask the questions. So anyway, happy Sunday. Hopefully I'll be back on tomorrow and you can talk to me tomorrow too. So have a good Sunday. And the Thunder won the championship. I didn't come on last week because I was busy celebrating, going to the parade and watching them win, but I'll come back tomorrow, so you'll get 2 of me this week. So have a great Sunday afternoon. Try to stay cool, and talk to you later. Bye.